Superman is one of, if not the greatest hero ever. And like every hero, they are going to have their fair share of enemies. While Superman has a lot of great villains like Brainiac, General Zod, and even Doomsday, it is without a doubt that the closest villain to being Superman's Joker would be Lex Luthor. While Superman is the strongest, Lex Luthor is the smartest. And it is said that Lex Luthor might be the smartest person in the DC universe, and has outsmarted other smart characters like Brainiac. One of Lex's greatest qualities is his mind. And for Lex, knowledge is power. Lex is no different from someone like Tony Stark, who could build something from a box of scraps.
With a box of scraps!
And who is really smart to make almost anything. And it is even shown that Lex can cure cancer if he really chose to. And he was even able to become the freaking president of the United States. Lex is someone who considers himself a self-made man. Unlike billionaires like Bruce Wayne and even Oliver Queen, Lex wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth and had to work for his money. Some backstories showing that he came from nowhere, like Smallville, and having to build himself up and work his way up to becoming the most powerful man in Metropolis. His greatest strength, but also his greatest flaw, is his ego. Lex considers himself as the peak of humanity, and a shining example for how humanity can accomplish anything through hard work, intelligence, and determination. And if it wasn't for Superman, Lex could have been the leader for the human race and lead them to a great future without the use of alien godlike powers. While some adaptations treat Lex as a greedy, power-hungry villain who gets mad that Superman ruins his plans, which maybe he is on the surface, Lex's motivations for why he hates Superman are more complex than they seem to be. Lex thinks Superman is detrimental to the human race. And to Lex, Superman is an unachievable ideal, a symbol for how humanity could never be like Superman. And he thinks humanity won't be able to accomplish anything if they rely on Superman. And Superman only holds the human race back from accomplishing great things.
It sickens me, that insipid, boyish grin, the smug self-regard. Tell the truth, doesn't his very existence diminish you? Diminish us all? Can you imagine a better world, Kent? That's all I've ever asked. In a world without Superman, the unattainable Lois Lane might have noticed good old Clark, pining away in the corner.
You keep talking about me, but I'm here to interview you.
I'm just saying, a strapping farm boy with brains, integrity, and no discernible style of his own. You're a prize catch for a cynical city girl.
Why haven't you filed an appeal?
But with him around, you're a parody of a man. A dullard, a cripple. Next to Superman, even Lex Luthor's greatness is overshadowed.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
I'm trying to educate you. We all fall short of his sickening, inhuman perfection. Feel that, Kent. Real muscle. Not the gift of alien biochemistry, the product of hard work. I've always liked you, Kent. You're humble, modest, comically uncoordinated, human. In short, you're everything he's not.
And here is a page from the story Last Son. I'm alive because you know you can't stop General Zod without me. Ha 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 ha. Yes, of course. Like all the other sheep in Metropolis, I'm afraid to strive for new heights because I can never become what the great and powerful Man of Steel is. You've taught humanity to rely on you and not fight for themselves. That's why General Zod and his army were able to take control. I kill you, and you're a martyr. You survive this, and the world finally sees Kryptonians for what they are. Alien invaders. You lose everything. Their undying trust, their endless love. You underestimate the people of Metropolis, and you overestimate them. They need someone to wake them up. They need someone to show them they can reach the stars without you flying them up there. They need someone human to aspire to. And that's you. If not for you getting in my way, Superman, I would have done so much more for humanity already. I would have helped those who can't walk again. I would have cured cancer. I would have saved the world from the filthy pit of its lackadaisical existence. You leap over tall buildings. You outrun speeding bullets. You juggle locomotives. How does that inspire anybody to be a better human being? Lex Luthor considers himself as the peak of humanity, the savior of humanity. And if it wasn't for Superman, Lex could have been the hero of humanity. Lex Luthor is the perfect antithesis to Superman. While Superman is optimistic, Lex is cynical. While Superman is selfless, Lex is selfish. Superman represents the best of humanity, while Lex represents the worst of humanity. Lex shows what someone with a lot of genius and power and gifts that can actually help humanity would be like if they decided to use their powers and gifts for selfish evil. And that is why Lex Luthor is Superman's greatest villain. And perhaps one of the greatest villains in the DC universe.